4, 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty.
Oh, your water's out.
Look, RV Kids Live.
Testing.
Oh.
It's good. Sound.
What was that?
All right, we got 3 people going.
Or yeah, 3.
Did you turn the volume down on that thing? Done?
Yeah. All right, guys. Hello, LS crew. Jerry Holly. Yes, we got ourselves a
Microphone.
Yeah, it's an IUCAS condenser microphone.
Or condenser microphone.
Condenser, yes. Yeah, so we after our first run the other day, we
Had to use headphones.
had to use headphones.
Hi, Papa Drew's RV.
Thanks. Yeah, Papa Drew, we got one. I actually went on Amazon and picked this up. It's got a stand and a 6.5 foot long cable.
Now you sound so much better.
Thanks. And it actually came with a splitter too to plug in with the 3.5 millimeter into our laptop, and it actually has a splitter so you can still use your headphones as well if you need to.
Right on.
I think it was I ordered it yesterday. It was $11.95 for this thing. Came with the stand and everything. Thanks, LS crew. Yeah, so we did our first live the other day and realized that the mic on our laptop isn't that great. So we had to use some headphones, and it was sort of annoying, and we weren't able to pick up. It was sort of tough picking up everybody. Let's see, please, Papa Drew saying, please sing for us.
No.
Can I request? Okay. Row, row, row your boat
gently
down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. There you go. There you go, Papa Drew. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta love Amazon. Yeah, Jerry Holly. Yeah, I literally ordered it. I had an hour left before it to get here in one day.
Hi.
And yeah, it came. We went to church this morning.
Hi,
and
the
it was
life
here
of,
for us.
sorry. Hi, the life of JT.
Yes.
And what?
Soulful tea.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, welcome to our little chat.
You missed our first live.
Yes, our first live was on Friday. What we're gonna do is every Friday we're doing a weekly update on our progression, transitioning into our full-time RVing, and
we realized how horrible sound was.
Yeah, after we watched our live stream afterwards, we realized it was pretty rough. But we're very glad that all those people stayed with us through that first to get through that.
Hi.
Yes, Justin and Christina's RV van life. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. So Justin, you are ripped like a mofo.
He was talking about you today. I think he has some bromance.
No, not really. But I used to lift full time as my full time like hobby. I wouldn't say full time. It was 3 days a week is what I did for 2 years. I went from 275 pounds down to 199 pounds lifting. I was never defined like that. But I did the whole protein, and that was back when Jack 3D supplement was out, and long story short, ended up finding out it had a little bit of THC and stuff in it, which was a little crazy. But yeah, so yeah, we were on. Who were we on? That was Blue Wave. He was showing those pictures of the before and afters type of thing, or when you were younger and the up to date, and that. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I was listening to it too. We were on our way back from an RV place, and
Yeah, they were listening to it. We drove an hour away yesterday, and you'll see our videos coming up here this week. We drove an hour to a dealer, RV dealer that we didn't. Yeah, gotta love a THC. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but yeah, we drove an hour to a dealer that we've never been to. And they had forest rivers there, and
What was the
was the other
blue one?
Jaco,
Yeah.
Jaco, and then Voltage was another one.
Jaco was cool.
Yeah, you'll see some of the videos. I have enough. I have like 6 videos, but I'm gonna release one on Sunday. I'm gonna release one actually. Yeah, I was gonna release one today, but we went live. Hey, Blue Wave. Yes. So we got.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you.
Yes.
Jerry Holly, Chasing the 70s. Wanted to know the name brand.
Oh, so it is the lowercase I, then uppercase is UKUS. I don't know if I can zoom in there for you. There it is. So it comes with the stand and the mic, and it's a 360 mic. And yes, Blue Wave, we were just talking about you. Well, we were referencing your live the other day where you were showing all the pictures and like Justin and Christina with how ripped he is. So we're referencing that one. So everybody go over and check it out if you want to see some pretty cool pictures of people. But yeah, the mic it comes with a stand, and then it has a 6.5-foot cable that plugs in. It has a 3.5 millimeter plug, so it's literally a plug and play. So I didn't have to program anything. I didn't have to plug it into USB. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. I was able to I popped it in, and 2 seconds later we're streaming with it. Got it off of Amazon. Well, actually, Blue Wave, I'm gonna keep you on there just because. But yeah, I'll also do that.
Hello, Minion Motel.
Yeah, Justina.
Welcome. We're kind of
Justin,
doing
I can say that, Justin. I don't know why I'm saying that. Justin, he's far from a Justina.
We're doing a live testing out our new microphone.
Yeah.
Minion Moto, if you're
This is our second.
wondering.
I put up my pinky for the second.
Yeah.
This is our second live.
Yeah, so it's definitely. Yeah, so right now with the way this is set up, Jerry Holly is I'd have to plug in some headphones. The downside to using your jack,
Thank you.
your headphone jack that way is it doesn't have a speaker putting out for me at this point. So if I were going live with somebody like Blue Wave, how he does where he brings people in, I'd have to have a set of headphones on too. But it comes with a splitter, so that I can still plug in my headphones and still have the microphone running. Thank you, Blue Wave. Thank you. 2 Doves Nation, how you doing? You guys are here. Welcome. Yeah, so far it sounds like everything's good with the mic.
We have 10 people.
We're definitely happy with it. And for it was $11.95, I think, something like that. It was under $12 to get it. And we got it the next day through Amazon. It was that's so far definitely a nice investment for us.
Welcome, Noloma TV. Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, we were a little nervous because you pay for what you get, and looking at some of these mics being $250 and stuff like that versus $11, $12. It's a little nervous, but hey, so far it looks good.
Is it buffering for anyone else, or just us?
Is
it buffering for anyone else, or just us?
Are you guys buffering? I have our cell phone on too, so we can sort of see the chat in 2 different areas, and our phone looks like it's got no, it's not buffering. It just must be processing. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, so one thing we wanted to.
Blue Wave asked, "Where are you guys from?" We're close to where Steve Turtle came from. He came from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Just found it out the other day. We're like 10 minutes, I guess, probably from where he lived.
Yeah. So we're about 30 minutes east of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, about 30 minutes east, and so it's like the southeastern part of Pennsylvania.
There's Wayland.
But yeah, here's Raylan. She's stopping in to say hello. But yeah, so primary thing was to try this mic out. And hey, Tiffany Mills Slot Channel.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, happy 2020.
Happy New Year's. No,
Yeah,
not in
Blue Waves in Southwest
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah, we can't wait to head down there when we hit full time. Head down for the winter into Florida. We're gonna try to hit like Florida, get into some of the Texas and Southern California throughout the winter months and try all that stuff out for full time. But yeah, so our videos that we're gonna have coming up are pretty cool. They have this RV dealer that we drove an hour to get to. They had a lot of rigs there that aren't in our area. Our area is primarily like Keystone with the Montanas, some Grand Designs and stuff like that. But we've seen some pretty cool ones.
Like for the microphone, I'm just saying, the microphone can like come off.
So
Yeah,
if
it
we
comes
wanted to
off the
stand
same.
up and do a dance for everyone,
Yeah, like that. I know, like that.
Yep. Yeah, so we can do some karaoke for you guys and all that kind of stuff.
that Yarny Zebra, hello, welcome.
Yes. So couple rules for the chat that we definitely want to make sure that are on there. You guys, we do open it up for networking. Just don't use the words. Don't expect any kind of sub for sub type of situation going on. If you want to subscribe to somebody, don't expect it back because that's not what kind of stream we're running. So please don't mention the words, get me back. I subscribe to you, subscribe to me back, things like that. So that's definitely not.
Hello to the portal.
To the
I'm
portal.
saying it wrong.
The portal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then make sure you're not saying it subscribe or sub. Just avoid the whole sub thing in general, and then make sure you are doing it the right way, where you are subscribing to them, going in, watching a video in full, and leaving a legitimate comment. And don't put on there where you saw from. Don't put on there you came from RV Kids channel. Just make it a meaningful comment so that YouTube doesn't take that away from anybody. You guys are all investing your time in subscribing to people and networking. Make sure it sticks for the other people. But
Roy and Becky, you look like you're having a fun day playing around in the black water.
Where?
Yeah, black water.
What's the black water?
Are you talking about black water tank? Your black water tank, Roy and Becky?
What's the black water?
Self-love, always hello.
Yes, and the
Zillion, hello.
The Yarny Zebra. Yarny Zebra is from Kentucky. They're saying they're from Kentucky. Yeah. And is it Zillion? Is that how you Zillion? Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Roy and Becky's shouting out to Papa Drew. Yeah, so that was the primary goal, was to test out our $12 investment. But since we're here, we figured we'd stay live and see. Oh, Roy and Becky's travels found a crack in the 38-year-old Blackwater tank today. Oh no. I'd have to say that's probably a pretty crappy experience. And I've never had it happen to me.
Funny.
And I'm sure it was a stinky job.
You can go on all day with these.
Yeah. Dad jokes. But
well,
yeah, so we figured we'd just keep it open. The other night turned out, that first night that we did the first stream turned out to be pretty well. We had 160 views by the time we were finished the 2-hour chat.
The first time you did it, like a couple nights ago, a couple people were leaving to go to bed, but before they all went, as I'm saying this, they're going down. But we only had like 8 people before everybody went to bed. We let out the dogs. Now we have 11 before we're all leaving.
Yeah, we're 11.
Well, we did have 12, and as I'm saying this, it's probably
Nah, we're good.
No way.
But Blue Wave, yeah, I'm gonna email you. Yeah, we've just been busy. Yesterday we spent the day running to this RV dealer and checking out all the floor plans. Primarily, we are looking at the bunkhouses because that's what we're shooting for. We need for our family. Every once in a while, though, you'll see in our videos that we are grabbing a couple of like the front living or the rear kitchen floor plans,
because
just to
people
sort
are
of
asking for them.
yeah. So we're traditionally it's going to be the bunkhouses that you'll see on our pages, unless something really pops out with a neat floor plan. And we also have, I guess the other night we were talking. It was who was that was asking the 20 or the 20 question? The roads we roam asked a question in their live the other day about if money wasn't an option, what rig would you get? That one's going to be on. We are going to be posting the first video of the week is going to be the one that if the money wasn't an option, oh man, this thing is just epic.
Papa Drew said, "Why did Beethoven get rid of all the chickens? Because they wouldn't stop saying bok bok bok."
Leave it to Papa Drew. Yeah, Justin and Christina, we know when the right one comes, it'll come. At first, you're on a. Are you on a phone? No, we're on a laptop. Blue Wave. We have our laptop with set up with the microphone. Why do you ask? But yeah, so the right one will pop up. At first, we were sort of trying to look at reviews on the brand. What if there are issues. What kind of issues they have. But then we started realizing that pretty much every company has issues with their with their rigs. So we're gonna look for the right floor plan and then deal with any kind of issues at that point as they go, because they're just like cars. Every manufacturer has good, bad, and ugly, and you just have to deal with it. Roy and Becky's Travels, we have a 25-foot hybrid travel trailer with a bunkhouse in the back too. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, we're definitely doing the bunkhouse. Yeah, dad jokes. Dad jokes rock. I think Webster Dictionary, Merriam just added the word dad joke this year into the dictionary because everybody uses it.
The other one was.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
I have a
Blue Wave Ozzy said the roads we roam said they had a lot of respect for us for asking about the best time to stream rather than stepping on toes.
Yeah, thanks, Blue Wave. I mean, and I didn't know that RV Underway was looking at Friday, or else I would have changed it around a little bit. It does work a little bit nicer because these children of ours, the Fridays work a lot nicer for us because of that. The
weekend.
It's a weekend, so if they do stay up, it's not quite as bad for them. But we do also. What was that other one? Jerry Holly.
Are you guys looking for brand new or a slightly used model?
We're looking at brand new right now, just because we're seeing just trying to see what the floor plans are. Because with us going, it's going to be another year, another school year yet until we actually do pull that trigger. We figured it. Well, if we're looking at 2020s now, it'll be a year old or a year or two old, and then we can find one used. That way we don't have to pay that gymongous price for some of these, because the ones that we really like, they're in that $60,000-$70,000 range, and we really don't want to invest that much of what we're going to be, selling our house, liquidating everything. We don't want to blow through all of that right off the gate. So we feel that we're going to we want to sort of step into it as we keep moving up, as the years progress. But see, we shuffle things around a little bit now, everybody. Yeah, and much respect to you, Blue Wave, for moving your window a little bit forward for them too. Blue Wave actually sort of adjusted his scheduling so that the RV community, everybody can sort of fit into a little bit of a schedule, so we're not stepping on each other's toes there. I think it's really important that we do have that RV community doing a live stream so that people can connect more meaningful versus going to some of these other pages and just getting subscribers and then not really being into following with them along their videos, because that can hurt you more than just getting a bunch of subs.
Yeah, Jerry Holly said that's a great idea. Try to keep one, or try to get one a year or two old. That way you don't have to take all that depreciation off the new one. And a lot of times, most of the little issue that may arise gets taken care of in the first 2 to 3 year olds.
Yeah.
Rigs.
Can I read that one? The one that you just read?
Yeah.
Who is it that said it?
What are you reading? Blue Wave?
Blue Wave.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
she's read it. Blue Wave, yeah, Blue Wave also dropped an hour to fit into Manic Hippie and the 7 p.m. slot. So yes, much kudos to Blue Wave for adjusting around so that everything can work.
Lily Gypsy Child.
Yeah, Lily Gypsy Child's in the house. Yeah, and as most of you know, a lot of you guys that are in here, the channels are fairly experienced with growing your channels. It's definitely cool that how the RV community is so welcoming and open and helpful, even down to now with the YouTube channels that we're experiencing. It's you guys are just continuation of that community into the YouTube community as well. It's really cool. Much respects for everybody who's sharing their life through this time.
Who's all full timing in
here
in our chat right now? Who else? Put an FT in the chat if you're full time. If you're currently full time.
Okay, can I tell a dad joke while they're doing it? Okay, I got fired from the bank today because an old lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
That's pretty good.
It's from my friend.
So she got fired from a bank today because an old lady told her she wanted to check her balance, so she pushed her over.
Blue Wave is full time or part-time.
Justin and Christina's RV van life is in review to be monetized.
Oh, yeah. Justin and Christina. Yes, you guys are in your. That's awesome. You hit your goals. We're a little bit away. I think we're at 780. I believe is where we're at in subscribers, and we're
Blue Wave Odyssey said, "Be right back. I gotta tell my wife that one."
Yeah.
He said "lol" too.
Yes.
Can I read Justin?
Well, yeah. So good luck, Justin and Christina, in your reviews. I didn't see anything when we were watching your videos. I didn't see anything that would be any kind of worry for any kind of not qualifying. But let's see. Papa Drew said, "Did you see that movie about a hot dog?"
No.
It was an Oscar.
It was
wiener.
an Oscar wiener.
Okay, can I read Blue Waves?
I think Papa Drew and Esme could sit here and tell jokes back and forth.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have some good jokes tonight on Papa Drew's live stream?
Yeah. Are you gonna kick some out? That's 8 p.m. Eastern time.
No, Central.
8 p.m. Central.
Can I read
is Papa Drew's going to be going on here. Going to have some really cool information as far as the thumbnails and things like that for YouTube channel. So if you guys aren't aware of that, make sure you head over to Papa Drew this evening. He's going to have a lot of good information.
Okay, The room everything.
Justin and Christina's RV van life.
It says part-time looking at going
Full time.
Yeah.
part-time looking at going full-time in 2 or 3 years. That's
Yeah.
probably
Cool.
I
That's
think
about.
we're going around looking at all these RVs that we like now, and a whole nother set's gonna come out next year. We're probably gonna fall in love
Is
with.
it Roy?
Debbie
Roy
loved your
Beck.
joke.
Yeah.
Blue Wave Odyssey's life.
Jerry Holly's saying I'm still working full time right now. Hopefully within the next 2 or 3 years, I'll be retiring. Do a lot of RVing in the summer right now, but hope to be full time soon. Yeah, we're part time right now too. We are going to do a trial run this summer where we're basically going to be camping all the summer from April.
Yeah, we already have our first reservation.
Yeah, Easter Day is when the one campground opens up that we really is going to be like our home camping area. They're opening up Easter Day, so we're going to start out there and keep going until we were in September.
Ours up here in this area, everything closed.
Yeah,
November.
November.
Right before November.
Yeah, so we were out almost up. Yeah, we were out actually the last week that the one most of them closed. We were camping that last week. So we're gonna plan on from the whole warm season, literally be camping the whole time, so that we know we get that feel and make sure yes, this is what we want to go ahead.
Yeah,
with.
but it's gonna be a little bit more hectic because we have to get up, drive the kids to school.
Yeah.
And add that into our day.
Yeah.
Along with working and everything else. So that's why we're also trying to figure out the cyber school or homeschooling.
Yeah, to make sure everything works out. So it'll be a good trial run for us to really get a feel for it. And then as things progress through, then just keep moving along with it. But the good thing is we'll have other content other than floor plan models, or floor plan walkthroughs. As we get into April, we'll actually be able to do a lot more with our camping experience. One of the topics that we go is the camping experience, our camping experience, and we want to be able to start building that folder up for you guys so you can get a true feel for this area, what type of camping's around here.
I didn't get to watch all of the roads we rode. I know they were talking about different memberships and things like that, so I didn't really get to. I'll have to watch it later, but I know that we had mentioned that we had Good Sam and Thousand Trails. We only got to use Thousand Trails a couple months last year.
Yeah.
And we only went to like the 3 different places. This year, I guess we're gonna try to do everywhere.
More, yeah.
Really get to take advantage of it. And
Yeah.
Blue Wave Odyssey, if you're still in here, I forget which place you said or what membership you said was good that we should check out.
I think it was the
Passport to America, if that's right. Harvest Host, Boondockers Welcome, Good Sam, and Passport America.
Yeah, Harvest Host. So Harvest Host, I'm a little nervous about one, primarily because for us, I'm 2 years sober from alcohol, so the Harvest Host would be in like wineries and stuff. I think we're probably gonna avoid them for a little while longer until I'm a little bit more comfortable being around that type of situations. But yeah, but we definitely, the Boondockers Welcome. I think we went on their site and we're checking some things out.
What's the one that we want to get for all the?
Hello, Everything Fish. Welcome.
Oh,
Hi.
Everything Fish. Hey, how you doing? See your channel's growing pretty good too.
Yeah, Papa Drew said Thousand Trails works great if you're full time. So that's kind of why we got it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we hope to do. And then we added on the Encore, which has like some discounted other places. But what's the one we wanted at national parks or?
Oh yeah. So anybody have any kind of national park passes? One that's one thing. I know we're going to be wanting to hit up some of these passes or the national parks and state parks. So if anybody has any suggestions for that, excuse me, that would be great information. Yeah. So Thousand Trails, we actually bought a brand new membership. We didn't buy a used one. 'Cause it was sort of a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah, we went in to get a tour of the campground just to look, and we walked out with a Thousand Trail membership. So
Which
our
one?
salesman was good. I was there.
Which one?
They got us.
But I did work them down. My previous sales experience, I have almost 9 years of new car sales and used car sales experience. I worked them babies down, and we got a really good deal on it. But
National Park Pass Odyssey said Blue Wave Odyssey said it's lifetime. Or
okay.
he has it for a lifetime.
Yours is really
And the National Park Pass, that is forever for all the across the or the 50 states, I imagine. But as far as your state parks, I guess you have to get individual passes from each state. I'm assuming. What's Papa Juice say?
He said, where was it? The only problem is that your rig has to be under so long. Their rig is 33 feet, so they can't get into some of the parks.
Yeah, that was a nervous point for us too, because most of the ones we're looking at are like 36 footers, even with the fifth wheels. So we know it's going to be limited in where we can, if we can get places to stay. That's one of those catch-22s where do you gamble with being able to find places, or do you deal with not having enough space? Excuse me. So with with us going full time, I think we're leaning more towards the gambling, where we might limit us to some of the places we can go because of the length. I know right now with our rig that we have, it's a 25-foot travel trailer. And doesn't have any slide outs, so we know what that limited space is. The feel, and that's with us being part time right now. I don't want to sacrifice floor plan just to make sure I can make it into a few extra parks.
Yeah, I think I've heard a little bit about who was it? Roy and Becky's Travels said this isn't a pass, but get the passport stamp book. You will enjoy pursuing the stamps. We love it. Yeah, I think I've heard that too.
It says Papa. Blue Wave. What?
Blue Wave.
Blue's gotta go.
Oh, bye, Blue Wave.
Yeah.
So Papa
See
Drew.
you, Blue Wave. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for stopping in. Papa Drew said.
I will email you too, Blue Wave. I'll get an email over to you here so that we can communicate.
Papa Drew said, I think 36 feet is a sweet spot for rigs.
Yeah, 36 based off of what I was seeing so far with our experience with Thousand Trails. When you get in towards that 40-footer area, that really makes it tough. And right around that 36 foot is where you're not backing right up to the neighbors that are behind you and things like that. So I think we're going to be right in that realm lengthwise. But let's see.
What's the other not the boondocking, but where you can go to the reserves,
out west.
Yeah, but what is that?
Yeah, so we saw on some of the channels out the Nevada area where they have the public lands and stuff like that. Does anybody know if there's an app or any kind of connection to know? Is it BLM?
Bye, thank you, Jerry Holly. We'll see you in our actual live.
Yeah. Fridays from 9. Fridays at 9 every week. We're going to be doing our weekly update live. So BLM.
Yeah, what is that one?
That's the public land thing. So we'll have to write that down here.
Does anybody do that? Does anyone have that? Congrats on the new microphone. Thank you. Ready, Set, Autism. Yeah.
Yes.
We went back and watched our video. It was tough.
Hi, Ready, set, autism family, and say hi. Hi.
Yes.
And thanks.
Papa Drew says we are camping on BLM land for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's definitely going to be something. The cool thing with the rigs that we're highly interested in, they're already pre-wired for your for the solar. So all we have to do is get our solar panels and do a couple upgrades that I would like to do to the batteries and whatnot. But they're free. Roy and Becky's Travels says freecampsites.net. So write that down.
And
Check
Justin
that
and
one out.
Christine's RV van life said that the BLM is free. You just need to know where BLM land is.
Yeah, is there an actual site for the BLM land? Does anybody know of a link or anything that we can find that's easy to find that helps you find that area? Freecampsites.net.
Yeah, she said she had to put spaces in that and wouldn't let me post the link.
Okay. Yeah. Camp Pentium.
It's a good
Let's
app.
get at Camp Pentium. Okay.
What?
Camp Pentium. It's a good app.
Pentium.
It's a good app.
All right. So we're definitely going to look at Camp Pentium. One app that we have. There's a bunch of sites by. Okay. Yeah, Roy and Becky's Travel is saying that there's a bunch of sites by state, they believe. One app that I have that I've used so far from the beginning is Park Advisor. Park Advisor has they're using the Google Maps as their basis, but they have one there. You actually can select what type of campsites you're looking for. I mean, they even have it down to where Walmart's for if you want to overnight at Walmart's. They show the Walmart's in the area that you're at, and then also have notes of what if you're able to sleep over, if you're able to overnight there or not. And then Thousand Trails are on there. The Yogi Bear, that Yogi Bear franchise is on there. It even shows fueling stations too, like Pilot Flying J's and a couple other the fuel companies too are on that map as well. And then it shows you if the campsite has a web, if they're on Google, it picks it up that way and shows you all the different campgrounds in the area. And then when you zoom in or have your map in a certain section, it'll actually rate them 1 through whatever to give you which ones have the better reviews, so you can check them out. Sort of be selective in what you're looking for.
Roy and Becky's Travel said RV Parky, I think is good. So did Papa Drew's, and then Papa Drew also said check out GoRVing.com.
Yes, Ready Set Autism Family. Yeah, so we're camping 21 days with the Thousand Trails membership that we purchased. We upgraded that you have your basic camping pass, which gives you 14 days in a site, and then you have to be out of the network for 7 days, and then you can go back for another 14 days. But with the update, the upgrade that we did, the basic elite, we can now stay for 21 days, and we can go from campsite to campsite to campsite to campsite, and literally stay. There's people that are living full-time living in the Thousand Trail system by just traveling every 21 days to the next location. And then with that upgrade too, instead of only being able to reserve 60 days in advance, we can actually reserve 120 days in advance. So we can get a little head start above the standard camping pass that Thousand Trails offers.
Oh, wait. Papa Drew said, and RV dump station is good. Hi, downsizing.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, Papa Drew, that's a cool app. And even that one, the one that I was talking about, the Park Advisor, they also show your dump stations as well. So it sort of combines the best of everything into one really cool setup. And they have links to the website of each campsite and all kind of good stuff on there. So if you haven't checked that one out, it's a free app. It's called Park Advisor. Check that out and see what you think of it to compare to some of your other ones.
I just learned the other day that when you go boondocking, you can dump your gray water in a lot of the areas.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's
That's just your dirty water, dishwater and stuff.
it's some places it's not. It's against the law though to do. So you have to watch what you do there.
And then
Downsizing makes sense. Just popped in.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, so definitely the apps seem to be very helpful. Having things like that. The only one I haven't found is really. We're sort of. Yeah, people might freak out if you dump the gray water.
I know. I don't know what I forget which channel I was watching.
You can do
they were saying it
night.
was-
That's a nighttime dump. But preferably not because it still isn't sanitary. It's not that it goes into the creeks and all.
Yeah, I like that name. Downsizing makes sense. Also, have you actually like I haven't gotten to watch everyone's channels yet because we just started actually networking like this a month ago, so we're trying to get caught up. But downsizing makes sense. Are you guys full time? And did you downsize? I mean, if you're full time, how was getting out of your house? Did you sell your house and everything, or how'd that go?
Yeah.
Papa Drew said people freak out when I run around the RV in a bathrobe filming stuff. I'm not sure why. LOL, just kidding.
Yeah.
Downsizing makes sense. Says we are selling our house. We are weekenders until it sells.
Okay. Well, good luck. Hopefully everything works for you.
Then it might have been you I was commenting on before about how I'm not looking forward to this part.
Yeah.
I started one of these rooms around the corner. I made a complete mess of it. I stopped.
Yeah.
We got a whole another 2 years. Why am I doing this now?
Yeah, we sort of jumped the gun on selling like our
couch.
Yeah, we sold our couch.
We got
now
really
we have-
excited.
Now we have the camper. Now we have the camper seat.
Yeah, we decided we'll just bring, since we like sitting in our folding chairs at the campsite, we'll just bring them into our living room.
We're not comfortable in the morning. No.
It's a totally different feel in your house having folding chairs versus sitting in front of a campfire. So it looks like we're gonna be buying another a couch until we're ready to go.
We want a big giant beanbag.
Yeah. Downsizing makes sense. So their answer was
We started a year ago selling and donating toys from 25 years.
Yeah.
Roy and Becky's Travel said we rented a flea market booth and sold half of our stuff. We are waiting for the state to buy the house.
Oh, okay. Okay. Downsizing makes sense. Also said they're selling their house or weekenders until it sells. So yeah, so we sort of jumped the gun. But oh well, things happen.
It's gonna come faster than we think. I'm waiting for the warm weather so we can have like nonstop huge yard sales.
Roy and Becky's Travels get an answer from downsizing makes sense about the state buying your house.
Yeah, the state is buying your house. Everyone's questioning that.
Yeah, everybody's questioning it, but if it's something that's more personal, you don't have to answer it.
Hello, Abandoned Boys.
Abandoned Boys. Hello.
We're doing a test tonight. We bought a new microphone and we kind of stayed on for 43 minutes. We were just testing it, but we're having some conversations. So we're on until everyone's done talking.
I have 2 more sisters, but they're not here.
They're bringing an interstate through rights where our house is sitting.
So are they doing like an eminent domain type of situation where they're taking the property and sort of forcing you out of it, or is it just beneficial that it's happening that way?
Jerry Holly's back. He just ordered the microphone.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, it's such a great deal. It was such a great deal. I couldn't turn it down. I was, like I said before, I was a little nervous about the price of it only being $12, but hey, we'll try it out. I'd rather buy something cheaper and try it out versus spending $200 and some on that big fancy thing.
Papa Drew has a point. He said Roy and Becky's Travels do not sell. Open a tool booth and make a ton of cash.
There you go. Yeah. Tear down that house and put some road in. Put up one of those little arms and stop the people.
I'm not worried about the downsizing. Like, if it were up to me, I would throw away like half the stuff in this house. The kids want to keep everything, so that's.
Daddy wants to keep everything too. So
I think he's getting there.
getting there.
We're getting there too.
He's starting to throw stuff away, but I think I could just get rid. I cannot. When I started, I was like, I can't believe we have all this stuff. When we lived in the camper over the summer and lived on such small amount of stuff, I came into this house and I was just like, oh, all this stuff is ridiculous.
Roy and Becky is saying it's Highway 30 through Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa will be an interstate. Eventually, they will just take it if we hold out too long. Yeah, my grandmother had a property along one of the roads in Hanover, and they widened it. And she was holding out, hoping that they would offer more money. And eventually, she still got. They still bought it from her, but she lost a lot of money trying to hold on for that higher dollar. They offered initially what they initially first offer. They raised up, but then they took it back down to that first offer again because
Thanks.
their next step was just to take it.
Ready, set, autism family. Thanks for coming and drive safely.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Tell the family we said hello.
Downsizing makes sense that it was hard to get rid of Star Wars collection. See, there's things that the kids have made throughout the years of like when they were little and things they've drawn, and I just don't know how to get rid of that stuff. And then I have a small M&M characters collection, but that I guess I can get rid of. But
I have a collection of nails and screws and pieces of wood
and peepers and
I have,
what was the Star Wars?
You can never. I can't get rid of nails and screws because you never know when you need them. So I have a lot of other like oddball stuff. They're not really good. I don't know,
we thought about opening a storage shed and putting the stuff that we just can't seem to get rid of right away. Like the kids, I don't expect too much from them right away because we're gonna try. I guess our goal is to try this full time for a year, and if they don't like it, then I guess we just won't do it. But so I don't want to get rid of everything. I don't want to overwhelm them with too much going full time and taking away all their stuff. Yeah. So we were thinking about a storage shed, but
like last live, I said what did I say?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, over the summer, we're gonna try full time, but we're still have the house.
Yeah.
Like because we like to go to Gettysburg Farms, and that's a couple minutes away.
35 minutes away.
Yeah. And so it's not that long from home, because like we have to go to school. What?
Justin and Christina said some stuff you can just take pictures of and store it online in the cloud. And you can pretend play with it in your head.
But anyways,
that's a good idea.
So we go to school, so we get up, we drop our older sister off at school, and then we come back here, get dressed, do everything we normally do in the morning when we're not camping, and then we go to school. But we usually get really early when we do that sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we would be full time if it weren't for the 16-year-old still wanting to stick around and graduate next year.
Yeah, she could have graduated this
year. She asked us to she wanted to graduate with her class, so with being this far into the high school, we're respecting her wishes and sort of holding off to do this full time thing. Some days it's very upsetting because we see a lot of you guys out there, in the warm states, and we could be there. We could be there right now.
We could be doing this.
But Papa Drew says I collect power cords. Other than that, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Downsizing makes sense. That would be hard for the 16-year-old. We are practicing. Yeah, pretty much that's what we're doing in the summer.
Yeah, and it's okay because it actually sort of gives us a little bit of. We're not rushing into, we're not like just jumping our gun right into it. We can sort of step the baby steps into everything. So it's definitely there's benefits to doing it this way, and not benefits where we just want immediate gratification and just be out there. One of the friends that we met at Gettysburg campgrounds, they just messaged us last week. They were headed out to California. They went to Texas. They were in Florida and then went to Texas and then Southern California.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, we could have been caravanning with them.
My older sister, we talked about this, the 16-year-old Alicia, follow us on YouTube. But last live we were talking about how she wants to get a van.
Oh yeah.
The van.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. But
it's hard. Downsizing makes sense. Said yes, it's hard to see these amazing national parks. We are based in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, even like the Haley families hitting up they have their last two videos are on the Badlands. Just seeing the what's out there, the views, the scenery, the hiking, all the activities that are there. If you haven't seen, go over and check Haley family's video out on the Badlands, and they just released the second one on the park center, the things that they're able to do at the park center. Really cool videos, and his editing is pretty wicked. But yeah, Justin and Christina say enjoy the process or journey. The destination will come soon enough. Yeah, we agree with you. Just one destination that won't be coming for us is going to Canada. It's just way too cold up there. Sorry.
I want to go to Canada.
I want to go to Canada.
The closest I think we would probably get would be like to Niagara Falls on the United States. Yeah,
you
United States side.
Cold, even though that you go out in outside.
Yeah, I don't like cold.
And you go outside in like short sleeves and pants.
That's because it makes it feel better when you come in the house.
Yeah.
It feels nice and warmer.
Yeah. It actually got pretty chilly today.
Yeah.
Windy.
It was 57 degrees yesterday, and today is 37 and windy.
Yeah, see everyone, Justin and Christina and Downsize May said go to Canada in the summer.
Is it still cold there?
That's possible.
No, so it's awesome.
But one thing that we do want to take advantage of, Thousand Trails has a resort in Alaska, and then I think there is one in Canada too. So we more than likely will end up in that area. But it would definitely be winter or summer months. Summer months on that one.
I wish Thousand Trails actually had a campsite near New York.
I think they have one.
They might.
Too. Yeah, the downside that we see with the Thousand Trails membership is that central area.
There's 1,000 Trails.
In Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll more than likely end up there a couple years from now. But the downside with 1,000 Trails is that's then they get into the central United States. They really don't have anything. They have some encore extra like sister companies and stuff like that where you get discounts on staying there. Like some of them are $10 a night, some of them are 50% off the regular rates and all. Which eventually we'll get there. We'll get to those too. Downsizing makes sense as well. I didn't know about the 1,000 Trails in Vancouver. Yeah, that's one of them they mentioned when they were trying to sell us our package. We got that Labor Day weekend, or the Thursday before Labor Day weekend, and we ended up staying that whole next 2 weeks at the campsite for 1,000 Trails. Worked out pretty well. But so trying to think of anything else any other questions. Does anybody have any more questions for us while we're on here?
I was gonna say
tell them what the microphone is again, in case anyone is wondering. Hey. Although everyone kind of has.
Can I read them?
We mostly stay at state parks in Florida and southern Georgia. Downsizing makes sense, says they're usually at state parks in Florida. Um, how are your state parks in Florida? Downsizing makes sense. The ones in Pennsylvania, they're finally upgrading. All of them had electric, um, but they didn't have water. So they had like water hydrants or water hoses, like in sort of split in between a group of the campsite. So you had to fill it up and take it and dump it into your freshwater tank. But they're actually finally last year, I think it was 3 or 4 of the Pennsylvania state parks upgraded their facilities, so now they do have the water, and they're going to keep every year upgrading a few more, so that eventually everybody has the water and electric. But right now, majority of them are just electric
Cross
sites.
the production Congo TV Matea LMU. I'm not sure if I said that right. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. That one's a long one. Hello, welcome. Downsizing makes sense. Is gorgeous and expensive. Most have water and power with some full hookups. Yeah, yeah. We enjoy going to the state parks in Pennsylvania. They're pretty throughout the whole group, throughout the whole state, pretty much. Um, it makes it a little bit tougher for us if trying to stay for a longer period of time. If I got to keep toting water because our rig does, I think it might have a 30-gallon freshwater tank. It's not that big. It's a 2006 models, so or 2004 rather, 2004. Lots of springs in Florida. Downsizing makes sense. Says, um, yeah, that I would definitely. We have a couple of springs that are active around here, but they're more so used for getting drinking water out of them and stuff like that. But nothing where it's a big, large body of spring. But yeah, we've stayed in a few. I think we've stayed so far. I think we've stayed in one, two, maybe about 6 state parks in Pennsylvania, over the past 3 years now. But we've only been doing the camping with our own camper for the past year. But we've borrowed other friends' campers, anywhere from a pop up to a really neat travel trailer. It was one of those passports. Had a double bunk and slides and this, that, and the other. Um, but yeah, so we're getting to learn as we go, which is the cool thing. And the good thing about it is now that we're in this RV community on YouTube, we're able to pick up and learn from other people's mistakes and learn from their good things that happen to them, and be able to be sort of prepared as we keep progressing through. But yeah, so we're nearing up here on our hour mark.
I don't want to end it. Can we
Nobody
do
wants
an
to.
hour
They don't
and-
want to end it.
Can we do an hour and
Downsizing makes sense. It's a great community. Just ask and you will get help. Absolutely. I don't think we've ever run into. Yeah, Justin Christina says 3 minutes.
Yes, please.
I don't think we've ever run into those so far. We haven't run into those cliques of the seasonal camper groups and all.
Florida yet.
We've heard some horror stories, but pretty much every campsite in Pennsylvania that we've stayed at that has the seasonals, they're all really, really cool groups to get to hang out with. And they're basically you still have that same treating as that you're that equal. You're not out of their group, so it's worked out pretty well. Worked out pretty well so far, but I'm sure we will run into some of that as we further along our adventures. But
yeah, I would just like spring to come.
Yeah, spring can't get here soon enough. We're usually right around mid-April for us in Pennsylvania here. Around mid-April is when things start actually going favorable in the temperatures. But
yeah, but everything's so messed up this year.
Yeah, this year so far, I mean, we've had rain and normally
And
we have
50s.
snow and
Rain,
rain
cold.
and 50s.
It did start to snow today.
Yeah, it flurried a little bit today. We went from almost 60 degrees yesterday to having snow flurries today. So it's definitely it's definitely a weird
We have a weird
climate right now.
Yeah, it's not the same like it used to be.
Yeah, downsizing makes sense. Yes, even in Florida, we had 30s and 40s yesterday and today. Yeah, I mean,
I lived in Florida for a year, and I remember it got down almost to the 30s one time, and everyone was stressing out because they thought that their oranges were gonna die.
yeah, you're in Orlando area.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm okay with it hitting 30s or 40s like once in a while, but usually for us, it's the winter months. It's usually in that 30s area. Yeah, freeze warnings. Yeah, and I'm sure it's tough for people in Florida, like 'cause your vegetation, your flowers, and all that stuff. They're not used to those type of environment, and I'm sure it can wreak some havoc on you. For us, it's corn. People grow corn and soybeans,
nobody grows anything in the winter.
but they don't grow in the winter. Everything's plowed over in the winter because nothing can sustain through those winter months for us.
They're even lucky.
Papa Drew, we will see you on
Once tonight.
Yeah, I guess tonight.
Yeah, so Papa Drew, it's what 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Central.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern.
It's
8
Central,
8 Central.
9 Eastern.
Yes, he's going to be going over some really cool information, especially with like getting into thumbnails and all that kind of stuff for all the YouTube channels. So definitely get over there if you can.
Oh, you're
still hanging. Okay.
You're just saying that your wife came home.
Oh,
shout out to Angela. Hello.
Yes. Hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. She just got back.
Papa Drew's
Well,
wife.
she just got back from a trip to Ohio, right? If I remember correctly.
Jeff B. Hi.
Jeff
Welcome.
B. Hello. Welcome to our channel.
This is our.
But yeah, Papa Drew, definitely try to hit him up. We have our notifications turned on so that we see that because based off of Friday night's conversations on the channel, he has a wealth of knowledge to help out everybody in the RV community. So definitely a shout out to him. And if anybody, we'll take a moment here. Does anybody have a new video that they dropped over the weekend? If so, put in there new video. NV or new video. That way everybody knows that you dropped a new one over the weekend so that they can go check them out.
Jeff B, we did have a great Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
We hope the same for you. We are doing this live tonight because we just bought ourselves a late Christmas present.
Yeah, we bought a new microphone.
It comes off. Tell them how it comes off. Show them.
It's an Iucus condenser microphoner. Yeah, so the stand, it came with the mic. It's corded. It has a 3.5 millimeter jack. It's 6.5 foot long cord, and then it has a stand with it that folds up. And then it also had a splitter, so when you plug it into your laptop, since you're using your headphone jack, it actually came with a splitter where it splits off, so you can run your mic and then you can also run headphones in it too, so that you can still hear your audio.
Terrell Chapman Studios, hello. Oh, you love our mic? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we literally yesterday we learned from our experiences quick. When we were live Friday. Friday we ended up running real quick. Unfortunately, we had a random set of headphones with a mic built into it. We had to use that Friday on our first stream, and we ended up going yesterday. I ordered this on Amazon for $12 and got it today. We went to church in the morning. When we came back from church, It was in our mailbox. Thank you, Amazon.
You asked if anybody had talked to your video. Downsizing Makes Sense said we just released a video about hitching checklist.
Oh yes, very important. Very
Shout
important.
out your channel too.
Yeah, so Downsizing Makes Sense hitching checklist video.
Okay, never mind.
And then Papa Drew said, "Funny, I have a mic review coming out next week." Very
Is this
cool.
one in your
Yeah,
review?
Did your the $12 special?
Did it make your review?
Someone said they had the same. They just bought the same mic.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Jerry.
who was it? Yeah, somebody actually went on and ordered one.
We have fifth wheel 35.
Okay. Yeah, Downsizing Makes Sense.
Jeff B said Amazon is so addictive.
Yeah. And actually, Jeff B, it's actually neat. It's actually interesting because I think it's within an hour drive. There's an Amazon facility of our house. So we tend to get things fairly quick from them. Works out pretty well.
Papa Drew, a company sent me a mic, a wireless.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice, Papa Drew. Eventually, we'll hopefully be able to get people sending us stuff too.
Yeah, we drink lots of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and cola, Coke, Pepsi.
There's like very small boxes or containers of freaking Mountain Dew and
Yes.
soda bottles and bags of Mountain Dew and soda bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some bags, and I tell them to suck.
Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, it's for me. It's my replacement for beer, so it's better than having a
I
beer.
get that. Jeez.
But yeah, so Jeff B shouting out, saying hi to Papa Drew. Yeah, we're about to end. Jeff B, we're sort of getting ready to finish up here so we can get ourselves prepared for Papa Drew and his wealth of information that he's going to present to us.
I just want to show something real quick. This is one of our children's toys. We got this at an auction, and they play with it. And I had to teach them how to hang up on people, how to ignore your phone calls, how to dial, my child tries to talk into it like this.
Yeah.
I had to tell them
Raylan, if you watch our videos, she goes, hi, yeah. Yeah, and then she also holds it upside down, so the speaker is on her ear.
Yeah, I just wanted to show everyone that to bring back memories.
And
bringing back memories would be the rotary on the instead of the push button.
Oh yes, I guess this is an upgrade.
Yeah,
this is the one that hangs on the wall.
Yeah.
I tried to make the sound of when it was busy, the dial tone, and.
Yeah, Downsizing Makes Sense said my 21-year-old loves his retro cassette player. Yeah,
that's coming back out.
I still CNC Music Factory was my first cassette that I ever bought. It was their single. But get her a record player. Yeah, I have an old console out in my garage.
Jeff B said that's funny. My kids always ask me why I say
hang up the phone. Yeah, they don't really know what hang up means.
No.
Yeah, vinyl is. We have a vinyl store at local vinyl store right in town here. You can pretty much get any vinyl record you want. Target even selling vinyl records now too.
Yeah, they're not real. Yeah, that's a new vinyl.
But so that's how I learned how music was on getting into like Boston and Steve Miller Band and who else? Yeah, Journey. All those were on vinyl.
Cassette tapes.
Yeah, and then Kiss. My dad had every Kiss record on vinyl except for one.
Oh yeah, Justin and Christina. We were talking. This phone has one of the really, really long cords, and I explained to them how you could like wrap yourself up in it while you're talking to your boyfriend on the phone, or
and how you can go to the bathroom. And grab
if you have to reach something, you can just walk really, really far with this.
Like I can, if we set it on the edge of the table, I can walk to the bathroom now.
But yeah, we don't have a rotary phone, so that should be interesting to see them do that.
Yeah, but yeah, Justin and Christina said about they had the one on the wall with a 20-foot cord.
The long cords were so cool.
And that 20-foot, it was supposed to be 20 foot, but it got stretched out to 25 foot, and no more coils left on the on the line.
Yeah, the rotary phone. You missed one number, and you got to start all over
Yeah.
again.
I'm not. I'm old enough to remember them, but
What?
I don't think
You
I ever
never
used a
had
rotary.
one?
I never used a rotary growing up. My grandmother had one, but I never had to use it. It was my age generation was with. It still had the cord, but it was like this one here where it was push button. But yeah, I remember that stuff.
Yeah, downsizing makes sense. Says we don't look old enough to remember those old phones. Yeah, thanks. The computer
Thank you.
makes us look younger.
Yes, yeah, we have a
Knock it
filter
off.
on. No, just kidding.
I remember party lines at Roy Becky's Travel. Is that when you
Are you
had like, more than one person?
like the talking all and
Like,
Roy and Becky's show? Are you talking about like when if you had multiple lines in the house, you could all be on the same phone together, the phone line together? Is that what you're talking about when you're using the term party lines?
yeah, I explained to them how you could quietly pick up the phone and listen to everyone's conversations, and then you press the thing and then hang it back up. Black and white TV. I guess we didn't have that.
My grandmother had black and white TV for the longest time, and we
For the
complained.
longest time.
Oh yeah, getting up and changing the channels. That was stressful.
I did have
Kids
that.
have no idea.
There was a camper, all the old campers. We walked into an old camper the other day. We walked into an old camper the other day, me and her, and they had one of those old TVs.
Oh yeah,
That we have outside.
we walked into a camper the other day. It was used, and she's like, "Wow, you can tell this is old."
No,
Yeah,
I didn't. I said I liked it.
A
No,
big square TV.
With the doorknob on the side. Yeah.
I remember getting mail from
Jeff
people
B.
I knew.
Yeah, Jeff B. Yeah, no.
Roy and Becky's Travel said no. If you picked your phone up to use it, it would hear. Oh yeah,
Hear other
You
people.
have to wait to make a call. Yep.
Okay.
No, ours was. I remember when you had to pick up the phone and it would be like because somebody was on the internet.
Yeah.
Like get
on
off the
internet.
computer.
Yeah.
Now they have no idea. I actually just grocery shopped on my phone the other day and went and picked up my groceries. No one
Yeah.
has to do anything anymore. It's kind of
That's actually so. That's actually an interesting app or app use if you're trying to be more
try not to
cost.
spend all your money.
Try not to spend money. We're finding that doing that online shopping actually works out a lot better because when these ones are in the stores,
hey, no.
I want a toy. I want a toy, and
No.
then this one always tends to grocery shop when this one's hungry. So we end up coming home with so much more stuff. We spend so much more money than we really
And
came
then we
in
end
for.
up eating that stuff that we don't get, like we don't even need that you get.
Yeah.
My sister, Roy and Becky's Travel said I was born in 71 and Becky was born in 74. My sister was born in 74. I was born in. Oh wait, what's wrong with the microphone?
It was it must have went out. No. Are we still? Is the microphone okay, guys? Can you hear us? Whiskey G's RV. What's up, guys? Good day to you. You're saying.
We were just talking about old phones, and the one thing I never had was a pager.
What's that?
Yeah.
It actually, people would page you on this little thing.
Jeff B Jeff B just had a birthday, so happy belated
birthday.
birthday!
Did you sing happy birthday song?
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jeff B. Happy birthday to you.
Justin and Christina had a pager once.
Yeah.
Hubby had a pager for downsizing. Makes sense.
Yeah, I never had a pager. That wasn't.
I remember some of the codes. 123 was like "I love you" or 411, but they were just different codes.
What's 411?
Yeah, I
information or I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I didn't have one of them. I somehow skipped that. I don't know why I didn't.
I somehow skipped that.
I somehow never had a pager. And then they got the phones that like record this that hung on the wall, and it was just like amazing after that.
Embarrassed.
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
Happy birthday. I hope it went well. Had a nice birthday for you. My dad's is December 30th. So he has a
How old
late.
is he?
He has a late one. I don't even know how old my dad is anymore.
You don't even know how old Daddy is.
Yeah.
We think he's 36.
Yeah, I think I'm 36.
We thought he was 35 like 5 years ago.
1980. I was born in 1983, so whatever that
And
counts.
his birthday, when's your birthday?
36 years old.
When's your birthday?
May 11th.
Yeah.
So if you all can figure that out, then
His
comment.
birthday is the same as my mother's birthday.
Yeah, I found a woman who her mother's birthday is the exact same day as mine, and we're both Taurus zodiacs.
That's a headache in itself.
Yes,
The
it's
two
a
of them.
little bit cumbersome. And on top of it, then every 4 years, my birthday is on Mother's Day. So my 25th, my quarter of a century birthday was on Mother's Day. So Mother's Day got precedence, and mother-in-law got precedence, and I think I might have gotten a present. I don't remember.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Ninth Element.
Ninth Element.
Hello, thank you for coming in. Yeah, we got this new mic for off of Amazon for
Yes.
how much did you say?
It was just under $12.
This is a leap year this year? I told you it might be. So
Yeah.
it's 29
So
days.
iUcus microphone on Amazon is just under $12 after tax. Comes with the mic, the stand, 6 or 6.5 foot cord, and then it has a splitter. As it uses your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So it has a splitter, so you can still plug in your headphones with the microphone in there. But yeah, downsizing makes sense. Says same with my younger son. He was born on May 10th, Mother's Day. Yeah, that's really cool.
Not really. He has to fight. It's like people whose children are born on Christmas.
Yeah, it is. It is a little tough, but I'm sure. So he was downsizing makes sense. He was actually born on Mother's Day. That year was Mother's Day, so you had a really cool Mother's Day present. Is that where? Yeah, that Ninth Element. Yes, it was $12 on Amazon, and it came the next day. We ordered it yesterday. I only had an hour left to decide on it before it would have been 2-day shipping.
December. Papa Drew said I was born in
December
27th.
Yeah.
My little sister Raylan was born
December
8th. Yeah, those are hard because
I was born March 30th. Isn't that hard though?
No, you're not near any home. Like
downsizing makes sense. So yes, that was my present.
Jeff B said, "Is that a Jack Russell?" Actually, Jeff B, we are not sure.
We think he's a Corgi Jack. He's mine. We think he's a Corgi Jack Russell or a Corgi.
Yeah, show him his tail and stuff. He's got the fluff and everything of a Corgi, and then he's got the tricolor, but the face kind of like a Jack Russell. But look at his tail. It curls up and it goes around like this as he walks around.
Yeah, he has a bushy tail on him. We don't want to show you his butt. he has a fluffy tail.
Yeah, he was a rescue, so
yeah, we were told he was a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix.
They thought he was a girl, didn't they?
Yeah, he's too fuzzy.
He was just this little tiny thing when we got him.
Yeah, he was my baby.
Yeah.
Hello, traveling Buckeyes. Hello.
Hello, welcome. This is our second flight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he is, except for I had a Jack Russell before, and I know they have long hair and short hair and wire coated and stuff like that, but he doesn't have any of the Twiggy. She was wire coated. He doesn't have any of that. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, we were at a campsite for Memorial Day last year, and these folks had a Corgi.
Oh yeah.
A tricolor Corgi that was like identical, like the colorations and all, and the tail and the way his face was. It's really that's why we're thinking Corgi is mixed in there.
And fluffier and fluffier.
Yeah, and he's very soft. His fur is very soft and it glistens.
He never likes to sleep.
I mean, if he's really tired, then yeah, he'll sleep. But you gotta get like 50,000 baseball fields for him to run.
You have to hide the ball from him at night, or he won't stop. And
all right, downsizing makes sense.
Thanks
for coming in. Don't forget Friday Fridays at 9 o'clock. We are doing our weekly live. That's going to be a definite scheduled thing. We might throw, like we did today, we might throw in a random stream here and there. Primarily because we need it. Our watch hours are we really need to focus on getting. We only need like 200 and some more subscribers. Which
go subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, subscribers were easy to get, easier to get than the watch hours. Also, if you haven't, not no at 9 Eastern time. Yeah, for ours. Yeah, Jeff B. We're on Eastern Standard Time, so 9 p.m. Eastern is when we'll be on. So it's probably that's 8 p.m. for Central. I think 8 p.m. for you guys. But yeah, Eastern time we're at 9. Make sure if you haven't hit the thumbs up, guys, if you take a moment and turn that thumb blue for us, that would be great.
Do not. Papa Drew said, "Do not share one video. Share the video linked to your playlist to get watch hours."
Thanks for the tip.
Do not share one video. Can you, Papa Drew? Can you do a quick sort of? I'm sure that's probably in your live tonight. I don't want to waste your live information, but can you sort of expand upon it? I'm not quite understanding.
Explain it to us.
Ninth Element has 3,950 hours to go and 755 subs until 1,000. Wow.
You said that?
Well, good luck on that. We have been like networking nonstop. Our kids are like, "Why are you always networking?"
I complained last night.
Hours, a lot of hours.
Did we shout that person out?
So Ninth Element, so you're pretty fresh. How long ago did you start growing or start your channel?
Hi, King Queen Gamer.
Yeah, King Queen Gamer.
Thanks
Hello,
for coming
thanks
in.
for coming.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Traveling Buckeyes is here. Ninth Element's here. Roy and Becky's Travels here. Papa Drew's here. Jeff B. Who else I got?
Do you want to explain in Ninth Element how we play people's playlists?
Yeah, so Ninth Element, what we've come so far is so far what we have is the hours are a lot harder to get than your subs are. So what you can actually do is when you're on some of the channels, as long as they permit you networking, ask for playlist partners. The term playlist partner. Because then what happens is they'll go, if you get a playlist partner, they'll go on and watch your playlist, and then while you watch theirs, they will watch yours. You partner up in it, and
Even
that
if
tends
you
to
can't
give
watch it
you
all,
even if you're not able, like some of these folks have thousands and thousands of hours of video time.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Papa Drew was saying, so you have playlists on your channel. When you make a new video, do not share that one video on Facebook. Or share like your playlist instead. That way, where'd it go? How'd you do that?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, go down. Put that video into your playlist and share it that way. That way, when your video ends, it will show your next video. It will be an endless loop of your videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how people on YouTube actually do it. Like,
so you're trying to. Yeah, you're sharing it in your playlist. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a matter of where you're choosing that video to share from. I got you. I understand that, Papa Drew.
Like people.
Ninth Element said, "I love that idea, but I just do not have the extra time, so that is not fair."
Well, here's the thing, Ninth Element. It's not necessarily you don't necessarily have to be sitting there 100% watching the videos.
Yeah, we play it overnight on this.
You can play them overnight if you don't have the time. And then what you can do is just go back in and put some comments, meaningful comments in there for them the next day or something along that line. It's very helpful to start growing your channel. So like for us, we had 6 hours, a little over 6 hours of playlist time that people could watch. And so what we were seeing every day, December 7th was when we really started pushing the networking. Every day we were growing about 6 hours a day watch time public watch time. And it starts to add up. It doesn't sound like a lot, 6 hours a day. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does start adding up over time for you. So
I am single. I have a large home and land to tend to. Plus, I travel.
yeah, but yeah, you don't necessarily.
Not everybody's in it for the monetization and everything. You can go there, so it's what you want. And
but yeah, and make sure, like, so Ninth Element, make sure if you do get a playlist partner, you go into their playlist.
You like my doggy's hair?
You can ask if there's a specific playlist that you want, but the majority of times I'll just go into the videos tab and then hit play all. So, and it'll start playing from the beginning and just keep going through. And you definitely want to, make a meaningful comment on that first one to let them, let them know that you're there. And then every once in a while, just jump back in and make another comment on whatever video you happen to be on, so that they know you're still going.
Papa Drew said playlists are so underused in YouTube and not used right. If you do it this way, keep an eye on watch time, and your analytics will go up as well.
Yeah.
Are you doing all this?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're definitely it's definitely helpful if you can do that.
So I'm loving the little video behind you guys.
Did you like Milo's hair?
So fluffy.
I put it in his ears up in a bun. I took it out, but I took it.
But yeah, and it'll start growing once as the more the bigger you get, the more you start seeing a lot more people coming in, and that's why we love the RV community, because based off of what we've seen so far,
stick together.
Yeah, they stick together. You guys are watching our videos, when we post them. You're not just grabbing us as a subscriber and then not doing anything with us like a lot of these other growth channels tend to get. I mean, we've literally December 7th, we started networking fairly hard. The Haley family introduced us to a couple of channels, and we actually went from 81 subscribers to 700 or so. I mean, we grew insanely, but we spent a lot of time networking. I mean, hours upon hours each night networking with people. But yeah, the RV community tends to be hovering a little bit more useful.
Papa Drew said, "Can I read the other one on your
end too?"
Also,
link
every one of your video.
Every one of your videos. Keep going.
Of your videos to
at least 2 or 3 playlists, and then Ninth Element says it would be nice if humans actually watched my videos.
Yeah. Okay. So Ninth Element, everybody that's on the chat, there's only nine of you in here. If everybody would go over, take a moment here, and if you haven't already, go over to their page, or go over to their channel, and go ahead and show them a little bit of love, and help them out a little bit, and with just showing them that love that the RV community has. I know there's only 9, but any little bit's gonna help. And then Ninth Element, if you want to check out, just start checking these channels that are on here. The channels that are on here right now with you. Okay, dude. Sorry, you're a lady. Okay, well, yeah. Sorry. That's the same. Erin has that happen to us all the time when she's networking. They call RV kids dude all the time as well. So I do apologize. It happens to us a lot.
We were like, how do you get a dude out of RV Kids TV?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew this is who it was, but I thought I subscribed to you guys already.
Yeah. So here. Yeah.
So we're gonna Ninth Element. We're gonna hit that button right now.
Woo! We just hit it.
Yeah.
Now we're turning on the bell.
So yeah, you see Ninth Element, and everybody's joining up with you here.
She is a band like and stuff.
What's that?
She is the
element.
The Honda
element.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in one of the
Element.
toaster.
Right? Did I say it right?
Yes. Ninth Element.
Ninth Element. My older sister, she's a 16-year-old. I don't know if you were here when we said this, but once she's able to move out, she wants to do it. She wants to make a van like you have in one of your videos.
Yeah.
Into a house.
Yeah, she wants to do the van life as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, so we're going over there. We're gonna watch a few of those. Ninth Element says should be famous. I am a lady making a micro camper using IKEA furniture for my house.
Yeah, I don't know. I was subscribed the other day. I was looking through your videos because I was like, a friend of ours has a Honda Element. I don't know why I'm not subscribed anymore. I don't know why
YouTube's been pulling. Yeah, YouTube's been definitely.
Papa Drew said
Ninth Element. Maybe you should go to IKEA and get sponsored by IKEA.
Yeah, there you go.
Papa Drew said ninth.
And I are friends already. Yeah, we were like way long ago, but I don't know why YouTube took that away.
Yeah, YouTube's been messing with a lot of people's subscriptions. There's a group growth channels that we're on that they're partners. They both work together, and YouTube even unsubscribed one of them from the other.
Removing.
Yeah.
You said YouTube has been removing.
Yeah, we've had
comments and they've never showed up.
Yeah, it's been a mess. They've been reached with, I guess, changing all the everything that for the first of the year, organizing stuff. I guess they had some glitches or something, or they're just being downright awful to people. Because we even looked at our data. We should have like 1,236 subscribers by now, but we've lost a lot over the growth here.
Shouldn't we have like 1,000?
Last night we lost 5 or 6, so we don't know, and it's hard if you can't tell if people are unsubscribing to you or if it's just being removed. Papa Drew says if your subs are not active, then YouTube will remove them. It's a good thing. Think subs that do not watch content do not help.
Wait, it's a good thing.
Yeah, subs that don't watch don't help.
Do not watch. Wait, subs that do not watch
content do not help. Yeah.
And then Ninth Element said I lost 32 subs in October. And 50 hours of watch time.
Yeah. It's tough. It makes it tough. It does make it tough.
I'm talking to myself.
It does make it very tough, especially when you are trying. You're spending a lot of time growing your channel, and it gets taken away. You know, it gets taken away that easy from you. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it keeps going. I mean, so far we're growing pretty well. Jeff B says you're hilarious. But yeah, so we're pretty cool. It's a good thing.
Is when I travel.
Okay, so yeah, Ninth Element. We are gonna run your playlist here tonight to help with some of it. Watch time is ruling.
Time every day you lose watch time, and every day you should get watch time. The trick is to get more.
Wait, did you read
so
the Ninth Element?
so your watch time is rolling, as Papa Drew's saying. So your goal is to have get more watch time than what's rolling through, than the watch time that you're losing. But yeah, so we're keep working and networking. Ninth Element, there's plenty more places. I don't know if you've seen Papa Drew's commenting. He's pretty active with the live streams. Everybody, who else is in here that's doing live streams?
Hello.
Put LS in if you do live streams. Oh, Iron Dog's in the house. There's that dog. we were on the other night with the 24-hour stream. Was that Carolina?
Clean TV. Hello.
Carolina.
No. The history.
Yeah, the history. That history. Living history.
Yeah, I cannot think of it when he was on the 24 hours. He's like, that dog still in
there.
here.
So Ninth Element, you see here, the ones that are posting LS, they do live streams. So you can always go onto their channel and see what their schedule is. That's all we get. Yeah. Yeah. Living history kept repeating. He was like in his last hour when we popped in, and he was you could tell he was exhausted. He kept saying that. But yeah, so you can jump on there, Ninth Element, to the ones that have the LS and see when their streams are, and get in. I'm sure a good bit of them allow networking in their streams, and just start clicking and subscribing to the people that you see there. Make sure you leave a comment, and a majority of them, especially in the RV community, majority of them are gonna return the favor, even though we're not sub for sub streams. They still will do the same thing in return.
Iron Dog 63, that dog, he's got one going on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So
okay, so
it's 6:50 right now.
Yeah, so what you'll have is Iron Dog's got one going on, so then you can jump over to Papa Drew.
Depending on where.
Yeah, so 8 p.m. Eastern is Iron Dog, and then 9 p.m. Eastern is Papa Drew. So you guys getting ready to come up on the next few hours.
Our van life, we kind of talk a lot, so.
Yeah, we do talk a lot. But it's all in fun and hopes that everybody's able to take some information we have, and then also offer information. The searching
Ninth Element said, I have done one live stream. It went well. The issue is when. I don't want to step on anyone else's time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You just have to sort of look into everybody, see when everybody else is posting or you're doing their live streams, and just sort of hover around with that. What I did was pay attention to when notifications went off on the ones that we're following, and just run with an hour that's not in that schedule. The searching says I do live streams normally, but I've been focusing lately on recording and uploads. Yeah, that's all. It's a big balance. It's going to be a big balance to do that.
Hello, Clean TV. Welcome. We're trying to have a quick live tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of ramble on a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a fun talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Iron Dog? 63.
Ninth Element needs a co-pilot and is accepting applications.
I didn't know we were subscribed to Iron Dog.
Yeah, I know.
Too.
I was subscribed to Iron Dog. I did that night because of there's that dog again.
Yeah, and for some reason it says we're not subscribed. So Iron Dog 63. We resubscribed again and turned on your notifications, so we'll try to stop by everybody's lives tonight.
Yeah, there's Justin and Christina's RV Van Life reminding everybody to do it right. Join the channels you like without asking for returns. Watch the video completely and give a thumbs up and leave a relevant comment.
Yeah,
all those things are number one in their algorithms. They're up in that high end of algorithms for the best way to.
Yeah, lately we've been having people leaving comments but not hitting the subscribe button. So,
yeah, it drives us nuts.
Yeah.
Sunday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Sunday and Thursday for Iron Dog. And then Papa Drew's got one coming up here. And Papa Drew said they do about an hour live. That was our goal, was an hour live, but obviously it's so new and fresh for us. So we're sort of excited and want to end up talking over it. But we do have to get off here so that we can get prepared for the wealth of information that Papa Drew's going to rock out here for us.
Make sure your mic and video is working right. If you join our live stream, we'll pull someone out of that chat to join us live.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Can Papa Drew tell us how many people we have again?
Do you sit and watch lives all the time? You don't know how to do all this.
But yeah, so Ninth Element said that they subscribed to us back in December. The other night they weren't subscribed. Yeah, so that's another important feature.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Do like I do and babble all the way through it. It works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. That's that. Well, Ninth Element just reminded us of something. So just because you think you're subscribed to that channel, we've been following Blue Wave, and Papa Drew's been on there. Justin and Christina's been on there. Roy and Becky, they're all on the same channels that we hover around. Just because you think you're subscribed to them, still double check every once in a while, because YouTube is pulling these subs. Make sure you're double checking and making sure you're still subscribed to them. But yeah.
The searching said he's going to check out some more of our stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, the searching.
Roy and Becky, you guys stream like you have been doing for 20 years. We're just good talkers.
I have experience in car sales, so I know how to.
You said that last.
I am actually extremely kind of antisocial.
Yeah.
But I can't see any of you, so I feel like I'm talking to these guys. So it's actually not too bad. If I had to sit in front of all these people, once I'm in front of people, I'm okay. But I don't know.
Iron Dog saying it works for me. I get about 35,000 hours a year watch time, and I'm going to assume that he's talking majority about the live streaming and with using his live streaming to get that amount. And that's why we're doing the live streams, the weekly live streams, is to help out with our hours, because that's where we were struggling. We grew to 780. I think we're at 780 for our subscribers. We grew in a month, going on a month. We grew to 780. So we definitely needed the watch time, and that was suggested to us through a few of these experienced channels to do these lives.
Okay. Is it different than your phone if you subscribe
you know what?
to people?
Hold on.
Is this under you?
Yeah, we're on. Okay.
Because I was subscribed to the searching. I commented on him, and then so I've been subscribing under you.
Yes.
Okay. So
we're
everybody's
gonna have to
getting
go
an
back.
extra subscription.
Yeah. So she's logged in on my personal channel, my personal YouTube channel. That's why it's showing up there. We're not subscribed to you guys, because my personal channel, I don't use that for anything. So we're gonna have to go back through. We'll go back through and make sure we're subscribed to all the channels that are on our page or our channel right now. Roy and Becky travel. Sometimes our phone will show us unsubscribed from someone, but the laptop shows us still subscribed. It's crazy. Yeah.
791.
The searchings. Is that you? The searching 791. Is that where you're at?
It doesn't. I don't know. 498.
Oh, you're 498. So we're at 791. Okay, cool. Iron Dog.
I knew Rocky sold something. Jeffy said. Yep.
Iron Dog. I average 40 hours a day live stream watch hours. Then my video gets watch time also. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And that's the thing we noticed on Friday. Our first one, we did a 2-hour stream, and we had 23 hours watch time just in that first 2 hours of us doing the stream. So it was pretty cool. I think we had like 20 some at one time. Our high was like 20 couple in the stream with.
Hello.
We had like 11 before.
Mountain View turning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Welcome. We're getting ready to jump off here. Iron Dog said we're at 791. So yeah. The searching just gained. Roy and Becky's travels just said the searching just gained another. Thank you, Roy and Becky, for going over there. Mountain View turning. I don't recognize the name.
Iron Dog said, "Yep, only need 11 hours a day to reach 4,000 hours for 365 days."
Okay, so if you average it out over a day, every day, you would need 11 hours a day. I'm learning how to actually edit right now. Ninth Element, what program are you using for editing? I just found one. Let me think what it is. I'm working on it now. DaVinci Resolve 16. I think it's 16. DaVinci Resolve is the one that I'm playing around with, starting to learn. It's actually free to download it. But it's got a lot of different steps into the editing. So all of ours is edited on a phone app up to this point.
Ninth Element. I have 2 more friends from you guys. Thank you.
Yay! Yay!
They're searching. Roy and Becky's Travels. Thank you so much. Means a lot. I just checked out your channel as well, and I like the traveling videos. So you also got yourself a new follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're searching. I believe the one video I just watched, you were in Japan.
Oh, that's cool.
Lots of videos that you sent and took.
Kling TV, hello.
Hello,
Welcome. Yeah, so we are about finished up here. Kling, thanks for joining us. So we're gonna actually get ready to head off here. But Ninth Element is saying Phil Mora Go and Power Director. I have the Android phone and a Chromebook.
We was just talking about that Phil Mora the other day.
It can be done, but it's tricky.
Maybe that was that Papa Drew's that was talking about Phil Mora, or
Somebody was
somebody recently.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to talk more about editing programs and stuff throughout our other videos.
Our
or
epic
streams
RV
that we are.
adventure. Hello.
Hey, our epic. We're actually sort of kind of getting ready to get off here.
Jeff B said open shot is easy.
Open shot. Write them down. Filmora Go and Open shot.
Doesn't he have
Papa Drew uses iMovie.
Hold on, that's my Filmora Go and Power Director. Is that 2 or 1?
Filmora Go is 1, and then
Power Director. What's the other ones?
And then
Shot is easy.
Open shot.
Oh, open shot.
Open shot.
Open shot. iMovie. Papa Drew does.
iMovie. Yeah, that iMovie is probably. Are you on Apple platform there, Papa Drew? Is that your
Ninth Element? I'm not tech savvy either.
Yeah.
I was just showing this phone earlier. This is my kind of phone.
When I met her, that was her cell phone.
I carried that around in the car.
Our epic RV adventure. Yeah, no, that's okay. You gotta edit. They use iMovie, Filmora, iPhone, and Samsung Galaxy, so they got a whole grouping. The searching uses Pinnacle Studios. Jeff B's has Filmora in there. What else? Okay, so Papa Drew's all Apple, the whole Apple platform. Apple has free classes on how to edit on iMovie. But yeah, our epic RV adventure. We're just showing off our new edition, our microphone. I got it. We got it on Amazon. We ordered it yesterday, and it came in the mail today. It was $12. Well, actually under 12. It was 11 and some change. It's an iUcus. It comes with the mic that's corded. It comes with a stand that's adjustable, so you can actually adjust it here, and you can also 360 pivot if need be.
Take it out.
But it also has a cord. It uses your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack in your laptop, and I can actually use it on my cell phone too if I wanted to.
Is Movie Maker Iron Dog 63 said Movie Maker? Is that different than what Papa Drew said with iMovie?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Well, I know
different.
what iMovie is.
But
using.
yeah. So Roy and Becky, this mic is just awesome. I mean, for under $12 to have a mic. I mean, you were here on Friday when we did our first live stream, and you can definitely notice a difference between having the little headphones with a mic in it versus.
I don't know. We haven't gone back and listened to it yet.
Well, we did a little bit, but not. I mean, it's definitely a noticeable difference from what I could hear. But yeah, the microphone is definitely for $12. You can't go wrong with it. All right, epic RV adventure. That is really cool. That will make things easier, and the price certainly good. Yeah.
Michael's like, we need that.
Yeah. Definitely. I was nervous on how Sony 11 some change. Is it really going to be good comparison to the $250 mics that some of the folks are using?
Ninth Element said they will have their first video of the new year out this Friday at 6:30. That has been my video release day since September. But Ninth Element, remember to do what Papa Drew said and connect your whole playlist to it.
Yeah.
So.
Boya mic with my GoPro. Roy and Becky Travels uses Boya mic with my GoPro. Papa Drew has a Boya mic as well. Yeah, and that's the Justin and Christina said sounded horrible on our first live, but you don't really know until you try it because there's really no way of pre-running a test. But the good thing is we get to learn from everybody else's channels what they're using, and we can adjust and modify and look for different ones. Papa Drew says I use an ETM-001, but I am switching to a Rod Video Micro with my GoPro. Yeah, so right now we're definitely in the early stages. We have our Samsung phones. All of our videos are recorded on our Samsungs. And then I'm editing on my phone. We just got a laptop about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, somewhere in there. And then we just upgraded to the microphone. So as we keep progressing, we'll keep upgrading and upgrading. I saw the Blue Yeti. The searching uses a Blue Yeti. I saw that, and I saw that one when I was looking. And see, Ninth Element has a loudmouth. New mic needed. I tried that Ninth Element. We tried it with the laptop, but we just couldn't get it to. It wasn't picking up properly.
Yeah.
Galaxy New.
Papa Drew said he filmed 80 videos in my total 100 plus videos on my cell phone. That's what we do.
That's where
but we need to get one of the Ninth Element. You're adorable, Esme.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your daughter is adorbs.
The other one, 16-year-old's upstairs. She has a headache because she is a color guard and hit herself in the head.
With the rifle, yeah.
The 6-year-old is, I don't know what she's done.
She's
probably on the phone. She's supporting some other YouTube channel.
Yeah, we need one of those balance things for the phone now.
Yeah,
especially
the gimbal. That's my next upgrade. The next things we're getting one of the gimbals things, and then a drone is going to be before April. My goal is to have a drone of some sort. It's not going to be one of those Mavic Pros or anything by any means yet, because I really don't have $1,000 or some dollars to drop on on something like that. But those are the two next upgrades.
What is Papa Drew? You said that you gave to the Duprees.
My biggest video I gave.
You gave them your video to the Duprees.
Has 500,000 views on it.
We filmed with our mini iPad up until, although we just upgraded our phones to the iPhone 11. Ooh,
yeah,
they got the iPhone 11.
Justin and Christina got the iPhone 11. Yeah,
with 4 cameras.
For me, I filmed a video for them. Papa Drew saying, so he filmed a video for them.
Right?
Yeah, 3 cameras.
I thought they had
our epic RV adventure says I twirled flag in high school so long ago. We didn't call it color guard like now. Yeah, she's in. They do marching band, which is their outdoor guard, and then they also have a competitive indoor guard that she's in. This is her 3rd year doing it, and she's actually she's color guard number 1. She's like the top. She's got this saber solo where she's launching this saber in the air and getting like 7 complete spins out of it. It's epic. But she did a 45 with the rifle and knocked her. She caught herself right dead center in her forehead.
This is a flag for her.
Yeah, my phone, our phone, comparing like the megapixels and the speeds on our phone, like right now I'd rather spend the money on a drone and that handheld gimbal.
Yeah, he wants a drone with a camera.
Because my phone is doing now, unless you go to like a Nikon, you get into the DSLRs and get in all those real super fancy cameras. My phone works. It compares to a lot of the entry level model.
Yeah, we keep getting those inexpensive handle things, and the kids keep breaking them.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Raylan does.
So what
Yeah.
our Epic RV Adventure said, we have the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal and love it.
Yeah, I found a few that I'm really eyeing up. Keep an eye on reviews and stuff like that. But that's going to be our next investment.
Ninth Element's talking about how she met I met Chrome from Van City Van Life in Vancouver over Christmas, and he films 100% on his phone and rarely uses a mic or a gimbal. Steady hand in.
Yeah. So my problem is with my sobriety, my nerves are.
Camping, hi.
Hi.
Yes, my nerves are shot in my hands from that addiction, and so I tend to I'm the one that tends to be on behind the camera, so we're definitely gonna work on
Iron
getting
Dog,
that.
thanks
Yes,
for joining
thanks
us.
for coming.
Come check out your live now.
Yeah, we'll check your live out after we get through with Papa Drew's information.
Not tonight.
Yes, the Ninth Element's gonna drop. They're having a live stream next weekend. Cummins Camping. Do I see Cummins Camping in the house? Yes. Hey, Cummins Camping. How are you? Let's see what else. The world's most innovative pop-up camper. Go check out that video. You'll hear me filming it. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely have to check that one out. But what he's saying is he has 500,000 views are on that one.
And that's from a phone.
And that's from a phone. That's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ninth Element.
You're capable of doing
I read that wrong. So Nomadic Hippie's going to have a live stream next week. Yeah, about that time. I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad you were able to show up. We're on the verge of another 2-hour stream.
This was supposed to be a testing.
Yeah. She just wanted to check 1, 2, 3.
These lives are addicting. Like, it's fun to talk to everyone, especially since I don't usually like to talk to people. This is fun to talk to people.
Yeah, I like it.
How do the big channels keep up with all the comments and such? That's the struggle I'm seeing on some of these larger ones that I follow. It's hard to get noticed anymore. Like when we first started out and we were like new into their stream, they hit us up a lot and shouted us out a lot. And then once we got into that, about 500 subscribers,
I'm gonna go.
We can't. It's hard to get noticed anymore at that point. So we saw it. We saw our subscriber growth start slowing down.
Searching greetings from Belgium.
Yeah, the searching's in Belgium, so they have to get going to go bed. but thanks for checking us out.
Yeah, this for a second live.
Cummins Camping. Have you guys found an upgraded camper yet? Yeah, the one where the side opens.
Yeah,
all the way.
Yeah, our
caravan,
wildlife caravan. It even has Lego attachments where we can build on top of it. This is supposed to be my hobby. I did not expect. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, here's our camper.
This was our camper.
Here,
we bought.
Someone hold the truck.
Here's my F450. Now Cummins, you probably wanted me to say 3500 or 4500, but I'm a sort of a Ford guy at this point. But so it came equipped with fifth wheel hitch in the back.
And then here's the camper with the little door.
They'd like to see the side.
Yeah, show them the door.
The whole side opens up.
The whole side opens up so you can get a nice panoramic view of the world.
Oh, there's somebody in here.
Oh no,
yeah.
Raylan.
But no, the answer.
Raylan in the camper.
The non-joking answer to that answer is we're still searching. We have another year yet until we really truly pull the trigger.
Yeah, but we really that one that we posted the other day.
The open range front bunkhouse was
that one I like that
on the top of our list, and then we're gonna be posting a few more videos in the next few videos, we found a couple more that are also in the top of our list. They're from the Jaco family and they're from the Forest River family. So we'll be posting them. Just keep an eye on them. We'll be sharing them throughout the weeks. I'm trying to limit to right now. I'm trying to limit to about 2 a week, just because since that's our only content at this point, with not being out there RVing at the time. I'm trying to keep it sort of limited so I can spend a little bit more time on the editing and not try to be posting every day like we did in the beginning.
We have a lot around here. We have Grand Design. We don't have like the Forest Rivers. We did see some Forest Rivers and some Sandpipers yesterday, but we don't have a lot.
Lebanese
of
Gamer Pro, here. Hello. Thanks for joining us here.
But we've had problems finding, if you find a huge bunk, then you have a tiny master. So, and then if you find a huge master, then you have a tiny bunk. So, we were thinking toy hauler, but we really, really liked this open range so far. But we still have we gotta sell this house first, and unless anybody wants to, buy it for us.
Yeah, we are accepting tips and donations at this point. Papa Drew mentioned about Grand Design makes a mid-bunk house that he really likes. It's 36 foot. I think there was a 31 MB as a mid-bunk that Grand Design has in their oh my goodness, I can't remember which model lineup it is. Not the Solitude, it's their next, the Imagine, I believe it is.
Momentum?
No, not the Momentum. 31 MB. That's one that's on our list as far as Grand Design goes. It has a really neat, the kitchen and living is in the rear, which is pretty cool. But for looking at the price points, comparing prices and all that stuff, and then also looking at what you get, it's a tough decision because Grand Design has built a very, very nice unit, especially when you're looking into the installation. Looking at that, how well insulated it is, and you can literally, when you're walking, we actually enjoy walking through these. Through in the middle of our winter month here, if you're able to walk through a floor plan when it's 36 degrees outside and literally feel how well insulated it is or it is not, just by the temperature inside that RV that's not hooked up to any electric, not running heat, you truly get a raw feel of how well it's insulated. So some of these we go in and it's just as cold outside as it is inside. Some of them we're going in and it's warmer inside because of the sun's out warming it up. So we're really getting a true feel of how well insulated some of these are and some are not.
Ninth Element said, "So glad that I stopped in, family. I have 1 hour of light left and I need to finish up trimming my apple tree. See you out there. Cheers."
Yes, cheers.
Thank you, Ninth Element.
Thank you.
And we will run your
we're gonna run your playlist tonight. If anybody else needs somebody to run a playlist for to help out, Ninth Element could use a little bit of help there. All right, so we are going ahead and we're gonna go ahead and say our goodbyes. We are on 2 hours now, and truly wanted it to be a 1 hour event, but so come and see us Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, go over and see Papa Drew.
And
is it Papa Drew first?
Yeah, Papa Drew.
Papa Drew's.
No. Papa Drew. Was it you first?
Oh, my brain I just had a brain fart.
The dog comes on. When's coming on?
That
darn dog.
Yeah, that darn dog. Iron Dog. Papa Drew was first, and then Iron Dog was after.
And then who? There was somebody else.
So yeah, so definitely check everybody out. Yeah, so he's at 9 Central. So is Iron Dog. Anyway, well, just go over to both of them, turn their notifications on, so that it pops up for you.
Can I tell you a story?
All right, Ninth Element, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. And thank you, everyone, for coming and checking us out.
Sorry to leave it at 11, but 10.
Yes.
There's There's 10
Anyway,
people in
there's
here.
10
She's
people
like,
in the
sorry.
chat.
Peace out, people.
Yeah. So see you guys. Thank you. Safe travels tonight. And Justin and Christina, thank you for the live. And Papa Drew will be ready. I will have everything ready that just in case you are, if you do want to get us involved, we'd be happy to. We'd be honored to. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace. I can't see that. All right.
Oh, yeah.